În câteva zile aici va fi o fundație și pe această fundație va fi construită clădirea unde biserica se va întâlni și această clădire va găzdui aproximativ 450 de locuri. Este un moment istoric pentru noi, ca biserică în primul rând, apoi este un moment istoric pentru orașul nostru, Târgu Mureș. În această clădire, practic, va fi sămânța pe care Dumnezeu ne-a promis-o și mulțimile care vor veni la Hristos din acest oraș vor începe să se întâlnească aici, în acest loc. Lucrul acesta nu se va face nici prin putere, nici prin tărie, ci prin Duhul meu, zice Domnul oștirilor. Această lucrare nu se va face nici prin puterea noastră, nici prin puterea altor oameni. Acest lucru, această construcție, această biserică, acest viitor nu se va face prin puterea noastră, se va face prin puterea Duhului Sfânt.
Cred că locul acesta, biserica asta, e punctul de plecare pentru o trezire care va influența Europa și istoria spirituală a Europei.
At the beginning of year 2011, God gave us a new challenge, to build a church building in 52 days. So, just as Nehemiah started to rebuild Jerusalem's broken walls thousands of years ago, we took this challenge with great faith and with great expectations. We knew we would have the church anniversary in the new building, and we knew this would be both a statement of faith and the means to honor God to the highest. All the church came together, and we worked literally day and night to see this dream come true. The workers would come in the morning and they would work till 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. the church would come and clean up and get everything ready for the next day. Sometimes this would last for hours, sometimes till midnight. During this time, many people were skeptical of us, and some workers who worked at the building said the building couldn't be done in such a short time. Not only did we do it, but some of the very workers who were skeptical of us have joined us since, seeing that God's great hand was with us, sustaining us and giving us all the resources to fulfill God's task at hand. The anniversary we had the opening evening is something most of us will never forget. There was joy and there were tears of gratitude, and our hearts burst into worship, knowing that God had really done something miraculous with us and through us. We built this building by God's sheer grace, and we knew it would be a tabernacle which would host His glory. When the church building received the name, we called it the sanctuary. That is, the place where the Old Testament Jews would go to find grace before God and before man. And since then, we've seen His glory and His grace unfold many times, both in this building and in our hearts. Not only did we make an impossible dream come true with God, we made room for God's kingdom to grow in our hearts. And during the construction, God made His dream grow within us. We can't wait to see the next challenge God has in store for us.
How difficult it is to build a church? Just a piece of cake.
One of our next projects is to fix the roof of the office building, which has caved in a while ago. The buildings we bought on Eminescu Street were very old and they have been lacking proper repair, so it's up to us to repair them. We also want to repair the basement of the church, where we'd like to have a non-stop coffee house and a Christian bookstore for the NGU. Another thing we want to do in the near future is to paint the outside walls of the church building, the sanctuary, so that the church can look well not only on the inside but also on the outside. The church building also needs a soundproof system and a proper insulation system. In the meantime, the church is growing fast. There are groups of people coming to church from outside of town, from nearby villages, and they need transportation. We have rented an old minivan, but we need more, especially now that we are considering to plant more churches in the nearby villages and towns by means of the community service we are planning to start in April. We plan to buy the food for 5 families who come together to church every single week and help the poor families with their material needs, not only in the spiritual. We want to learn to speak the language of the poor so we can help them understand the richness of the gospel of Jesus Christ.